Today, lines are being drawn in the sand, sides are being chosen, and winners and losers are being determined. What's going on? It's the fourth industrial revolution. So what is that? And we're in the middle of it. So it is hardware plus software plus cloud computing. Now let's just stop there for a second. You're probably holding hardware right now. So hardware's been around a while. But the next thing that came was software to enable that hardware to do things for us. And then we built a world around that until all of a sudden we discovered that we needed more powerful storage of our data where we could access our data anywhere. So we added the cloud. So today, when we think about the fourth industrial revolution, it's these three things plus these two: artificial intelligence and data. So what's artificial intelligence? Well, think about it this way. It can give you information and it can help you make decisions. So if you ask Siri, what's the weather? It'll tell you what the weather is, give you that information. If you said, what are the odds of it being 50 degrees tomorrow? It could actually go back, look at a lot of data and come back and give you a prediction on what that would be. And that's the power of AI. Now, in order for it to do that, it has to have what? It has to have the data. So what we find ourselves today in a battle over is the data. Now, we already gave up our MLS data. Well, actually, I didn't, you did. But what we discovered is that even with the portals having your data, it didn't actually disrupt the real estate industry for you or for the consumer. And that's about to change. Not the MLS data, but all the other data. See, what we understand today is that, let me just explain it to you. So think of it this way. What you had is you started out with the real estate agent, and there was no tech. And then one day, you actually were given some tech, and it was MLS. It was a book, and then later it was a computer program. So we would basically call that the tech-enabled agent. Now, that was a very unsophisticated tech-enabled agent. At the same time that was going on, dollars were being put into the agent-enabled tech. And you were already starting to see companies like that. And then, of course, the final game would be, well, there are no agents, there's just tech. Well, that's not going to happen. And by the way, that doesn't exist anymore either. So if you want to understand the battle that you and I face today, it's this. And the line's being drawn right there. And that is, it's the tech-enabled agent versus the agent-enabled tech. Now, the question I'm going to ask you is, which do you want to be? Okay, I already know the answer. You want to be the tech-enabled agent. Yep. By the way, the consumer wants that as well. And you're already seeing this across all industries. They want the human touch. What they want is they want the tech-enabled individual. They want an enhanced real estate agent, enhanced by data, enhanced by the insights that data gives them. Now, you already won the profit share war. The big challenge is, can you win the data share war? Now, here's the challenge with this. I'm just going to put this out there for you. And that is, you as an individual, you have your data. The problem is, you don't have enough by yourself. Even if you're the #1 real estate agent on the planet, your data, from a research perspective, it's tainted. It's too small of a sample, and it's all around just your experience, around the price range you work or the area that you work. It's not good enough. In other words, for you to win the battle of the tech-enabled agent, you're going to have to team with other agents. So you have a decision to make. It's a tough one, and that is, who are you going to let have the data? Are you going to let the portals have your data? Are you going to let some software program? Think about it this way. When you use Top Producer, who owns Top Producer? Realtor.com. Who has your data? If you do a transaction on Dotloop and you're not with Keller Williams, who has your transaction data? Zillow. You're already giving the data to other players. We want you in the next year to year and a half to slowly stop doing that. You're going to have to give the data to us in order for us to put it all together and give it back to you. Are you ready for the battle? I am if you are.